Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. This is where I share lots of sewing tutorials, pattern drafting and DIYs. Today I'll be showing you how to make a built-up neckline dress. And the paper has been folded into three. The front is unfold and the back is just a single piece. So I have folded the paper into three and the measurement is there already, the bust, the under bust, the half length. And this is just how, if you know how to draft a basic bodice pattern, this will not be new to you. So right now I'll take the shoulder measurement, and the shoulder measurement is 15 divided by 2, and it will give me 7.5. So I'll be taking 7.5 here because it is unfold already. That's why we are taking 7.5. And the next thing to do is to take the upper chest measurement, which is 7 inches. 7 inches for this client that I'm making this dress for. So I'm going to take a ruler and rule out the 7 inches from this point. Then I'll take the armhole. The armhole is drawn, connected to the upper chest. And the next thing is to take the dart. The dart is 3.5 because the nipple to nipple measurement is 7 inches. So I'm taking 4 inches here, adding the sewing allowance to it. So I'm going to indicate that with a straight ruler, then input my dart allowance. I'll input my dart allowance. The first thing I took is my nipple to nipple. So I will input the dart allowance of 1 inch and connect it to the bust area. So if you don't know how to do this, just watch my video on how to draft a basic bodice pattern, and this you'll be able to do this conveniently. So from there, I want to create a princess dart. So this is a classic princess dart. So I'm going to measure whatever is here, and before I do that, I'm going to take the slope of the shoulder slope. I'll mark ½ inch on the shoulder slope. Then I'll take the neckline. I'm taking the neckline measurement. So the first neckline measurement I'll take is for the back. I'll be taking the back on the 3 pieces of paper. I'll be taking the back right now. Later I will take the front. So I will connect the neckline like so. It is 3 inches by 1. The width is 3 inches and the depth is 1. So I'm going to take my armhole cuff like so. Place your pattern cuff and take it like so. It's not something difficult. And on the other bust, I'll input the bust circumference divided by 4. Then here on the under bust, I'm going to input the circumference also divided by 4. I have added the dart allowance. I have added the dart intake. That's what I mean. I've added the dart intake to the circumference. So I've connected the circumference, the measurement. So the next thing to do is to come and take my shoulder slope. Then after that, I won't forget to input the measurement that is on the armhole. So I'm going to take the measurement. I have like 6.5, and dividing it by 2, I will have 3/1/4. So I will connect it like so to take my princess dart. So the princess tie line has been input. Then I will notch the dart, notch the zipper area so as to be able to identify easily. So I haven't input my sewing allowance, and that is what I will do right away. I'm going to input 2 inches all along. So I'm going to connect that. That's the sewing allowance I'm connecting. So the next thing is I can go ahead now. If I want to cut it out, I can cut it out right away. So don't forget to add sewing allowance on the shoulder when you want to cut on your fabric and on the neckline. So after I have done this, I'm going to cut out the dart. I will remove the dart. So I'm trying to remove the dart right away. So then I will cut it out through. So then after this, the dart has been removed. I'll make sure I label it. This is the front, and this is also the front. So we have 2 pieces of this for the front. You know, we folded the paper into 3. So this is also the front, so that there won't be a mix-up. Make sure you label it out. So I will take the center front. So this is the back. This is the back. And I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this when I'm cutting on fabric. So this is the center front and the panels are together. Then this is also the back, the center back. I'll cut 2 pieces of this also. So I'm going to do something here because it is a little bit coffee on the bust area, so I want to remove the coffiness so that the back will lay properly. So I will trim that off like so, just like I'm blending it. So I think this is okay right now. By the time I sew it, it will be perfect. So the next thing is to place my center front on another sheet of paper. So, and that is what I'm doing. I'm trying to mark it out, the center front on another sheet of paper. Just create space at the front and at the upper part. So use your back line to create the collar, the built-up neckline. So I'm going to measure whatever is on the neckline of the back, then input it on the front. It will be as an extension here. So I have 3 inches there, so I'm going to input that 3 inches on a straight line here. So that will be the built-up neck. That will serve as the built-up neck, the extension of the neck from the front to the back. So here I'm going to make a bend, a little, like half-inch bend, so that the collar will be able to sit well on the neck, and it will be perfect on the neckline. So I'm going to connect this to the upper chest line. I'll connect it, so this will now serve as my front neckline. So this will serve as my front neck depth. So this will serve as my front neck depth. So I'm going to create the collar width right away. So from the measurement I took last, the last measurement, so you ignore the one inside the straight line that we took previously. Ignore it and use this one I'm using. Create the collar width, which is 1 inch. Just create the collar width and connect it like so. So after creating the collar width, so connect it with your pattern master stylishly. It won't be that straight. Just connect it stylishly to the neck, to the upper chest, which is the upper chest serves as your neck depth. So I'm creating a kind of neck depth there. So this is a kind of V neck and it's very sharp. So add half-inch sewing allowance around your collar. So and here I did not add the zipper allowance to the collar. So if you are making yours, I'll be adding it on the fabric when I'm cutting the fabric. So if you're making yours, remember to add sewing allowance of 1 inch to the collar. So the collar will not be 3 inches again, it will be 4 inches if you are adding sewing allowance of 1 inch to it. Just make it like so and you are going to have a perfect finishing. So I'm going to have added sewing allowance to the shoulder here. So I will not forget to add the sewing allowance to the shoulder, to the back shoulder, because I didn't add that initially. So just label this out, that this will be cut on fold. You can cut it on fold, or you can still split it into 2 and add a sewing allowance to it. Whichever way you want to do your own, it's perfect. But mine, I will be adding a sewing allowance to it. So this is how the collar will go. The collar will go like so, and it will rest on the back neckline. So I'll be back shortly. I'm going on a break right now.
Do you desire to be a professional fashion designer in just few weeks? Then what are you waiting for? Enroll at Yinki Couture Academy today. Our online, offline, and physical trainings are open in the following classes: advanced class for 4 weeks, intermediary class 8 weeks, and beginner class for 20 weeks. For inquiries, please call 0805 7944477 or 0903 218 4192. You can equally connect to us on our various social media platforms at Yinki Couture. Yinki Couture, home of dressmaking techniques.
Welcome back. So the panels of the front has been joined together, the center front with the side panels. So and this is how it will look. This is the main fabric. Then I'm going to bring the back, and I will show you how to do the joining, of the collar to the neckline of the back. Then this is also the second back block. You can see the zipper allowance. So I'm going to join to that neckline, like so. So this part will be joined to the neckline. The part I just touched will be joined to the neckline like so. Just the right side on the right side, the right side of the front on the right side of the back, the right side of the front block on the right side of the back block. So join like so. Join the collar to the neckline like so. Then extend it to the shoulder. Join to the shoulder like so. Can you see? Right side to the right side. You have done the joining. Whatever you have done here, and I have done that also on the lining. This is what I have done on the line. This is the lining. So use the main fabric to make the lining of the center front. It is very essential you do that. The main fabric for the lining of the center front. And so I have done that. This is my lining, and this is how I will join the zipper allowance together. This is how I will join the zipper allowance together when I'm joining the main fabric. But right now, what I will do right now is to use this lining to turn the main fabric. I'll be using this lining to turn the main fabric. So I'll go right on the machine and use this lining to turn the main fabric on the side, on the zipper allowance, and at the center front. So I will turn on that side. So I have done the sewing. Placing the right side on the right side, you're going to sew right side of the lining on the right side of the main fabric. Sew on the zipper line, come through to the neckline, come through to the front, then sew to the neckline of the front, go back to the back, sew it through, then do the side also. So after that, you can pull it out, turn to the right side. You can turn to the right side, and that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to turn to the right side. So after turning it out, this is what I have. This is the wrong side. I've ironed it. This is the wrong side. This is the wrong side. This is the lining. So and this is the front. This is the front. After I have turned it out and ironed it a little, this is the main fabric. This is the main fabric. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Give us a thumbs up, and if you have any question, you can leave it in the comment section. I will attend to it as soon as I see it. Thank you for watching this video. So this is the outcome of the built-up neckline. As you can see, it is well tailored. So this is the front. This is the back. I use the zipper for the back. This is the back. And so our online, offline, and physical classes are still on. If you are interested, contact us through the number on the screen. So see you in my next video. Until then, bye.